Knowledge media.
Knowledge as process.
Knowledge is something human beings naturally crave.
Do you know what it means to know something?
The Knowledge Media Podcast with Heather Prozac.
He's called a philosopher behind the chair. He's based in Calgary, but you can find him anywhere between LA to UK. A barber to the celebrities. He has over 3 million followers on TikTok, Instagram. And what I'm trying to figure out is how this man has made it such a success that people are looking up to him from around the world. My guest today is Doc Dami. Doc, thank you so much for joining me today. What's the deal with Doc? Is that your first name?
Yeah, that's my first name. It's an honor to be here. I'm originally from Calgary, Alberta. A lot of people don't know that though.
So here's the thing. I came across your story, during the pandemic and everything kind of stopped. And then all of a sudden now there's stories that are popping up and yours was one that when it popped up, I was like, what? So from what I gathered about you're a barber, but you've got a massive amount of following on social media, which if anyone knows about TikTok or Instagram, like that's not an easy feat. So can we start there? So you're a barber, you're based in Calgary. How do you go from bringing guys into your chair and then the next thing you know, you have 3 million followers? Like what have you been doing?
That's a good question.
And do you even have an answer? Because if you don't, that just means it just happened. And I've heard a lot about that. Like people just said things just fell into place.
I would say for me, COVID was actually a blessing in disguise because everyone kind of had like their own opinion on COVID, but like I try to see the blessing in it because everything kind of stopped and slowed down for me, and I really got to see what I really wanted at that time because everything kind of stopped.
So what did you find for your life at that time? What was it that stood out for you?
It was like I had a lot of creativity because I was always good at everyone told me I was good at what I did, but like I didn't have that much creativity until COVID came. And I feel like boredom, like creativity comes from boredom. So like at that time, everything just stopped. I had so much going on, everything stopped. So I had time to be bored. And being bored is something people kind of like run away from. But like I see it as something like, that is a blessing. Like, it's good to be bored so you can be creative, because
you call it boredom. And I look at it as, is it also being comfortable being alone so that you could really sit and think? Because a lot of times, even in my own life, I found during the pandemic, I was able to think more because in my daily life, I was always meeting friends or going here or going to this meeting or going there. Everything was just always nonstop, right?
Yeah, because I feel like there was a lot of overstimulation, with social media, always going now, everything. So like when everything stopped and I didn't really like have time to do any of those things, creativity just came.
Wow.
Then I was like, okay, let me find a way to show my talent or my gift, to the world and find my way to do it. So that's how it kind of started.
So you were always a barber, is that right?
Yes. Actually I started in high school. So like I've been doing it for like five years now. 6 years.
Okay, so you start out as a barber, COVID hits, and as it slows down, you think about it and you're like, well, how else can I show what other people are telling me I'm good at in the chair? Did I get that right?
Kind of like, how can I, because for me, I love to share, like give value in some way. But like, I was thinking, how can I give value to a lot of people I can't reach? Because I only have 2 hands and I can't cut everybody. So how can I give value to everyone I can't cut potentially? So that was one. Social media is one of the ways I could give value.
So I'm noticing that a lot of your Instagram and TikTok information videos, it's you showing before and afters and showing how you've done it. Is that what you went into it as the idea?
No, actually, wait. Okay, at first, I didn't want to really do social media, but then eventually, I'm like, why not? It's a great way to, share your work and everything. So I posted it before and after. It got like 50 views, but a lot, like I got like a couple comments saying, "Yo, this is like crazy," but I didn't do that many, like numbers. Then I posted another one, and it started getting better, but like it was at 1,000 max. Then one day, like a week after, I posted this one, and I actually like presented it well. I checked 30 minutes later, it's at like 20K. Then I checked a couple hours later, it's like 100K. Then overnight, it got millions of views, and everyone was going crazy. Then I kind of knew, like, yo, this is something, I could potentially do, But yeah,
I'm gonna have to find it. I want to know the video. We're gonna put it in so people know which one it is that
yeah.
really like kind of what made you go, okay, I'm gonna keep doing this.
Hmm.
So we'll go through this. You blow up on social media.
Yeah.
Uh, and then do you exercise your rights to just go wherever and showcase what your talent, or do you now get people approaching you because you're so viral?
Yeah, I've actually had a lot of people like recently, especially this year, people asking for pictures, saying, "Yo, I've seen you before." And for me, seeing that is like, whoa, I never expected that to happen, but like, it's getting really common now for people to like ask me for pictures or be like, "Yo, say something for my Snapchat." Yo, it's Dog Dami, and it's crazy to be honest, But like,
Yeah, I bet. I can tell that you wanted to do something, you just didn't expect how amazing it would be.
yeah,
Why do you think that um like, I can tell that you're a genuine person, and so for me, that's really rare in our world, sadly. But do you think that that is also why you've gone so viral, or do you think there's just more to it that you've just um locked into something that was needed at the time? Because it's not like a lot of people follow barbers, let's be honest, right? You
hmm,
see a lot of like women that cut other women's hair and men that cut women's hair and all that because there's so many funky things you could do with stuff, but it's not the norm. So what do you think the secret is for you?
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like reading. Then reading kind of changed like my life, like because it was kind of forced on me when I was younger. But when I actually wanted to do it, that's when I actually grew the passion for it. So books actually changed my mindset and opened like my eyes. That's when I started like seeing secrets. Like there's this quote. It's like the best way to hide something from a dumb person is to put it in a book, or like some people would say black person, and I seen that
Oh,
quote. Yeah, but it's just like it shows us like people wouldn't really look in books,
hmm. Yeah,
for
'cause people get busy. It's the first thing they don't touch, right?
there's so much knowledge in books though that like it's people basically showing the blueprint of everything, very like intelligent people explaining how to do things step by step. Especially a lot of psychology books, you start to understand the way people think, what gets them to react. So when I started reading a lot of psychology books, I started understanding like, oh, so this is how to get the reaction I want. This is how, so like books really helped with a lot of things.
Wow, that is
Yeah.
incredible. So you're now a celebrity barber. Did you know that they call you that now?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And so can you talk about whose hair you've done, or do you kind of keep it to yourself? Because I don't know if it's open or to everybody to know or
Some of them I keep to myself, but there's some I already posted on social media. Um, and there's a lot of potential ones I'm about to cut. But like BDG, he's a famous rapper in the States. He has a really massive following. Then there's Lil Mosey I cut a while back. Then Roy Woods from Toronto, he's really close to Drake. And there's a lot more. And also LeBron's son, Bryce, he has two sons, Bronny and Bryce. So he followed me on social media and he wants a haircut. So in the future, that's something that's gonna happen, and it's only gonna get bigger and bigger from there.
you're
But yeah,
right, with the following you have is incredible. What is it about your cuts? Because I think that's what everybody's thinking. Like, what is it? Or is it the whole package?
like what is it in what way that like
Like, what is it that grab people's attention about you? Is it the care you put into it? Is it the whole package is in you included in it? What is it? Like
Uh,
what grabbed the attention like from that perspective of the hair?
I'm gonna say it's how I can make someone look completely different. Like I personally see people as like diamonds, but some of them are unpolished, and it's my job to like clean it up and like let it shine pretty much. Like they've always looked that way, but they haven't been polished in the right way to to shine. So like I think that's my job, and people see the before and the afters, and they're amazed, and they kind of see themselves in the chair in some way. Like, I can look better, after a cut, or like they just see themselves in the chair. So like I think that's what really grabs people's attention. And now I'm implementing more of my personality into my my channels, and people actually really like that. I wasn't expecting that. But, like, there's some videos I posted of me just like a post cut interview talking about the cut, and one of them has 10 million views. A lot of them has over 1 million views, and I was like,
I
whoa! I
believe
wasn't.
that. You're very likable. We've never met, but you get like I said at the start, very genuine nature from you,
I
which is
appreciate that.
rare. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I'm pretty blown away by all of this. Where do you go from now? Oh, from here. You said before we even got on here, so this isn't the part that we had on camera. You said that Calgary is kind of your peaceful place.
Hmm.
So your life has sounds like it's just gone absolutely crazy, and you're kind of pulled in all kinds of great directions, but still it's busy. So
Hmm.
what's Calgary look like for you? You come back, your friends are here, your family's here.
Yeah. This Calgary. I don't know. I live here, so it's easier to be at peace. But I see Calgary as like to me a resting place. To also like I make most of my content in Calgary. So that's what Calgary is for me. To be honest, Calgary is a beautiful city. There's a lot of untapped potential, and people will have like I feel like social media is so important because there's a lot of talent that hasn't been seen yet, and if you're good at something but no one knows about it, there's no point. I always say that. So like it's better to show yourself on social media, show your work on social media, because this is a tool that like everyone can see your work, and you never know who might like you. Because before I started posting on social media, I didn't know I was that good. People told me, but I didn't really believe it until everyone from like the UK, the US, Australia, places all over the world, like, yo, this is crazy. That's when I really understood that, yo, I'm actually pretty good at this. But social media kind of like, gave me that validation and made me understand my potential.
So, what would you say to people who are kind of stuck right now? Maybe the pandemic was a hard time for them and they didn't take advantage of the quietness like you did, right? To launch into some completely different situation like you did. What would you say to the people that are stuck?
Hmm. I would say be be bored. Like allow boredom to like, allow yourself to be alone, like you said, you know, because that's where you get creative. That's when you like you're motivated to do something. If you're always distracted, there's no creativity, like allowed. Like in your head, you have to find a way to be bored so you get the motivation or you get inspired to do something. That's when you know what to do. So like allow boredom, like accept it.
Allow that boredom, allow that peace, just be,
Hmm.
right? Just don't
Yeah,
look at what you could do. Just go and just relax.
yeah.
A lot of people have a hard time with that one. All right, Doc. So what do you do from here? How long are you staying in Calgary? Where do you go next? Do you have a lot of like red carpet things happening? Like, what does your world look like that, let's say pre-pandemic to now? How much is the day of life in the day in the life of Doc? How much has it changed?
Uh, it
Like,
didn't.
give us a couple of examples of like what's changed.
Uh, a lot changed, but like I still like to, like I don't want to really change too much because how people say, oh, the fame changes you or the cloud changes you, or the money changes you. But like for me, I don't really want that to change who I am. So I don't try to, like, I don't try to change. I try keeping the same routine. I know I like going to the gym every morning. I like doing the same things every day. So like, yeah, but
But I like these. But I've got new favorite.
like I'm getting a lot more like opportunities to like and a lot of
Awesome.
free stuff and like I go to LA and someone lets me use the whole studio or lets me use their car like a very luxury car. Like I get a lot of like things given to me now,
Because they
that
want you to
like
use it because they want you to be seen using it, right?
yeah, so
Yeah.
like that definitely changed a lot. There's more things that change, but I don't try to like let that get to me.
I think that's awesome. So I read one more thing before I let you go because I know you're busy and also this is kind of your downtime. Uh, I read something about you and I just wanted to see if that was true or not. That obviously you have over 3 million Instagram followers, TikTok followers, and that's actually how I connected to you. And I couldn't believe how quickly you got back to me. But what I find most interesting is that I read that people will reach out to you for help, and maybe it's something with their hair or their look, and you will sometimes flag some of those and help them. Do you still do that, or is that an old story?
I still do that because like I love quality over quantity type of
Hmm.
thing. So like I actually like the amount of messages I get on a day-to-day basis is crazy. I don't have my other phone with me, but I would show you guys. But I try to look for the genuine people, like people who actually like want more than just a haircut or that just and I also look for people that I can drastically change. Like I look for the people that need it the most, not the people that just want to get a haircut just to get a haircut. So yeah, I still do that. I wouldn't really change that, and I also don't really do it for the money. Also, that's not the main focus because I feel like I said, some people look at the numbers, and once you look at the numbers, you you get addicted to it. You have to look past that. You have to look at the person, because the relationship, the connection is way more important than the numbers because a lot of barbers right now they just look for the next client, that quick money. They don't really make that connection, that bond. And connections can change your whole life. You need one
Mm.
great connection to, change your whole career and everything. So I look past the numbers and I look at the person. That's what I do.
I am so excited to see where you go from here, Doc. Thank you for
Mhm.
joining us.
Thank you for inviting me. Have a great
And
day.
before you go, how do we follow you? What's the easiest way? What's the best way to follow you everywhere?
Uh, Doc Dami or Dami Cuts. So DAMICTS or Doc DOCDAMI. Those are
Put
my
it down
social
below.
media. Yeah. Thank you so much. Have a
Thank
great
you.
day.